Okay, so big changes this year for Big and Tall's QB's team. O-line looking real nice. Center still not where I completely want it. Orlando Chamberlain is actually going to play guard, and Chris Ross is going to play tackle. Completely forgot I had Brian Bulaga. I would have traded him, but screw it. I'm going to keep him. If anything, we'll move one of the guards into center if we really have to, and move Bulaga to guard if we really have to. Like I said, Meadows is going to be our third wide receiver. Howard's going to be our third running back, even though Jakeem Grant is our third running back on the team technically. Khalil Mack and Von Miller will be opposite sides, of course. Devin Bush and Jerome Baker will be starting with Clay Hand and Matthew Olson backing him up. Clay Hand's going to be all over the field as a backup. Our backup safeties are not looking as great as they once were, but they're still there. Justin Simmons, Chibodi Awuzie, and Grove will be our three corners. Chubb, Spellman, and McKinley will be our three defensive linemen. I was thinking about starting Geno Atkins, but since Spellman is younger, I don't know how many years we have left with him. If we have three, if he's in his second year of his contract. Okay, so yeah, he's in his third year of his contract. We're going to start him now, get him upgraded now, so later. So he's going to start over Geno Atkins, even though Geno Atkins will be starting over him as rush D tackle. Um, Special teams, basically the same as always. Specialist, kind of the same. Uh, Jerome Baker and Devin Bush will take over as sub linebackers. Clay Hand will be the third one. He is actually a higher overall than Matthew Olson. Slot corner will be Grove, followed by Herndon. Sutton is actually the highest slot receiver, so he will be starting, backed up by Callaway and Grant. Kamara, Mixon, and Grant are the third down running backs. Kamara, Mixon, and Howard are the power backs. That is all. I will see you guys at the midway mark. Let's get season 4 started off with a bang. At the midseason mark, we are 6-1. Awesome. That is always great to see. Some players with some upgrades. Joey Meadows and Antoine Wood both have two. Hopefully they both have superstar or better. Or they definitely have star or better, but hopefully they have superstar or better. That'd be great. Devin Bush, Atkins, Christian Wilkins, Noah Fant, Robert Quinn, Vic Beasley, Josh Norman, Adam Gostis, and Jakeem Grant. Only guy I want to bring back, Devin Bush. Atkins, I'll let walk at this point. I don't really care all that much about him. Devin Bush, I just want to get this contract done. That. Cool. Next season will be great. Yes, it will, Devin Bush. Yes, it will indeed. Bunch of backups. That's all we're losing. I would like to bring back Fant, but I'm not signing him for a year on a 7-year deal to take over once OJ Howard gets tooled. Screw it. I'm gonna give him that. Keeps me in the loop of a backup tight end. So rest of the guys I'm okay with walking. Maybe Atkins at the end of he only wants 6 a year. Fuck. I'll have to see what we can do. Um, Plus, I don't think we'll be able to sign anybody in free agency because of our current situation with our draft picks. So we will look to sign Geno Atkins, maybe, but I don't know yet. I'll see you guys at the playoffs. So we did enough to get a first round bye. We went 14-2. I upgraded about 21 players before I. That was the first thing I did. Marriott apparently had a very good game. He did indeed. We're gonna take a look at stats and we'll look at schedule. I'm gonna look at schedule first. Um, Team schedule, just to show you guys. So our only two losses came to the Browns and the Chiefs. So hopefully we do not see them in the playoffs. No forced wins. No. Wait, what? Why did it say there was a forced win? Oh, it was the fucking bye week. I was like, I swear to God I didn't. Like, I got kind of scared. Real quick. Not even gonna lie, because then somebody would have called me out on it and been like, it does say it. It says it right there. You're stupid. 7th offense. 19th defense. Not what I want to see. Third point scored offense. Remember, they did have 16th and first in points allowed. See, that's where we made it up. We bended. We, yeah, we bent, but we did not break. Marriott had a pretty good year in terms of touchdowns to interception ratio. Yards need to still go up. Kamara and Mixon did not have as good of a year, but they had still an amazing year. Like, that's still an amazing year combined. Courtland Sutton had a pretty good year. Lynch had a good year. Meadows did not have as great of a year, but he was not on the field a whole ton. Joe Walker, sacks, I don't know. They're about as normal as you can get. Tackles for a loss, we had 3 players over 10, McKinley, Chubb, and Miller. Sacks, we had only one person above 10, which was Khalil Mack at 15. But Von Miller and Chubb were both right there at 9.5 apiece. Spellman and McKinley also had a decent amount at 6.5 and 6, which isn't bad. So we were definitely getting after the quarterback. Justin Simmons with 4 picks, Tribody Owuzie with 2. Mack had 1, including Devin Bush with 1, Keanu Neal with 1, John Johnson with 1, and Mosley with 1. Mosley, whatever. Forced fumbles, I can see 5 already just from in between 2 guys. So a total of 8. We only recovered 3, it looks like. Yeah. Blocks, kicks, none. Safeties, none. Touchdowns, come on, show me 1. None. Kicking, Rosas was perfect from extra points. He had 1 field goal blocked. He did not kick well. Wow, you kicked worse than a 71 overall. Kick return, we had 2 kick return touchdowns. 1 for Callaway, 1 for Grant. I didn't even look how long they were. 97 and 98 apiece. So that's always great to see. When your special teams puts up points, it's always good to see. Yearly awards. I don't think we would have won anything. I don't think we had any rookies on defense or offense. Oh wait, yeah, we did. Big and Tall is QB. We actually win Coach of the Year. That's the first time I've won it in a rebuild. Only like the 3rd time I've ever won it like in total. Marriott actually got 10th for Offensive Player of the Year for AFC. Khalil Mack at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. Devin Bush at 7. Von Miller at 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Joey Meadows at 2. Richard Gonzalez, he must be a tight end, I would have to say. And nobody on defense for us. Best QB, Marriott better be in there. Okay, so he's 10th for Offensive Player of the Year, but then not on QB list. That doesn't make any sense. Kamara makes running back list. Wide receiver list. Sutton makes the receiver list. Bulaga, Ross, Chamberlain all make the O-line list. D-line, Chubb makes it. Linebacker, Mack, Miller, and Bush all make it. And then corners, defensive backs, Simmons makes it. And then kicker, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, and he did not. Alder Rosas did not make it. So 14-2, can let the games sim themselves. We only have 1 guaranteed game, which is the AFC divisional round, where we are taking on the Houston Texans at 10-6. They did kick us out of the playoff, but we are a completely different team. We're a lot higher overall, and we have a lot better record. Hopefully we can go in there and just smash them in the face real quick and get it done. If we lose, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, we're going up against the Cleveland Browns. If we win this game, I will hop into the Super Bowl, and this may be the last year. Actually, I'm going to hop into this game, actually, too. So, I'm going to hop into this game. If we win this, I'll show the Super Bowl, and if we win that, this will be we're going to end on a high note. 4 years is all what it took. Joey Meadows is a superstar. No way. He's a superstar. And he has Moss. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go. So here's a look at the team before we hop into this AFC Championship. If we lose, I'll show you guys the end of the AFC Championship and basically say we have 1 more year. He has a superstar X Factor. Holy fuck. So our second and third wide receiver are ipso facto technically better than Courtland Sutton, who's the one getting paid, but I'll take it. So we have a team here. This team is amazing. I love it. It's not the most realistic because our defensive ends are like 6'3", 270, but whatever. So I'm gonna hop in. Let's get this thing going. So it's the 4th quarter. We just tied it up 16-16. They're driving. We're driving. We did not just lose like that. We lost on a field goal. Really? End of the game field goal. 1 more year. Looking at who we can sign. If Christian Wilkins wants to come back for like a year on a, oh wow, he's hella cheap, or we just can't sign him because we don't have any money. Either way, yeah, okay. Just do that, I guess. If he wants to come back, he can. Yeah, he's gonna test out free agency. I would too, dude. Nobody we can really bring back. We don't have any money. I'll let you guys know what I plan on doing, I guess, once we get to free agency. Okay, so we're back. If I didn't show you guys negotiations, which I don't think I did. Sorry, I had to burp there. Um, just went after some key backups, some D linemen that can come in and help us right away. And then Sheldrick Redwine. I was going to go after Jonathan Abraham, but I wanted to bring in Redwine since I don't ever really see him all that often in there. So we'll hop into the draft. Looking at the team after season 4, O-line is still kind of an issue. Like, if this O-line was in real life, they would all be like 85s or 90s at this point. Just for the fact of them playing together would be so helpful. And them all being good O-linemen playing together would be so helpful. Better tight end would be fine for us. Running back would, fullback, sorry, not running back. Fullback would be cool. A better middle linebacker maybe, or even a better defensive tackle. I think our corners are fine for now. I think our safeties are fine. I think our punter and kicker are fine. So I think it's O-line, tight end, linebacker, or defensive line. Let's get into it. With our first round pick, we're actually going to go with speed rush. We're going to bring another guy. Maybe he has a good development trait or something. I don't know. We're just going to bring him in. He looks like a pretty decent player. I'm not expecting anything over the top. 73, hopefully dev trait. Let's take him at pick 30. 72, normal. 22 in the class. We took him at 30. It's an okay pick for us. Probably will be playing some outside backer for us. With this pick, we are going another speed rusher. Last one was out of, I think, UCF. This one's out of USC. Jeremiah Rowan, 23 years old, speed rusher, 6 foot, 256. Looks pretty decent. I'm going to take him. He's a 72 with normal, another outside backer. He's number 23. Last guy was number 22 in the class. So they were both fine picks. With this trade, we are trading 2 3s and a 4 of this year, trading all the way up to the top of the third round. It is pick 32 for the Browns. I tried trading for their pick, and they didn't want it because it's considered a second. So we're just going one pick outside of that. So as long as they don't take our guy, I'll be happy. With this pick, I am going in offensive tackle, Rasheem Hunter out of SMU. Power, 6'7", 335. He is a 71 with normal, good backup. Picked at number 65. He is the 27th player in the class. So I just found this guy, Noah Beck, out of Florida. 6'4", 22 years old, 237. He looks pretty good, but then again, this middle linebacker class looked weak to begin with. So we're just going to see what he has in the 5th round. 133 in the class. We took him at 158. He's fine. He's probably not going to start. He's probably going to get cut at the regular season. So with this trade, I'm trading this year's 6 and 7 for a 5 next year from the Browns. Okay, so looking at the draft recap, nothing special. Just going to be a bunch of backups. 2 edge rushers, a left tackle, and a middle linebacker. They were all good picks for where we were picking. There was nothing special going on, I don't really think. Draft class kind of looked weak. I mean, there was a couple good linebackers and safeties near the top of the class, but like I couldn't really trade up to get them, and I don't really want to. Like, I didn't think they were exceptional talent. So there were some decent guards, a decent corner, a right end, a D tackle. It looks like another normal class to me. Some decent safeties, some decent O linemen, some decent D linemen, and a above average QB. Taking a look at the final team before we take off for season number 5, I kind of want to start Meadows. He has superstar X Factor. He has Moss. Like, tell me why I shouldn't start him over Courtland. If he goes out and has a good year, you could be looking at like an 84, 85 overall by the end of the year. Where Courtland, if he goes out, has a good year, 87, 88, 89, maybe a superstar. For the most part, it's basically the same team as last year. Some backups are different. DeVito and Rowan. Clay Hand is here. Trey Hendricks here. Michael Brockers and Cam Hayward are actually better at D-tackle than they are at defensive ends, which is incredible. This team has the talent, and I think this is one of the better colored teams I've had overall. Would be cool if Chibodi Awuzie had superstar and if Grove had at least star. Baker did get upgraded, which was awesome, by the way. Would be awesome if my right guard and my left tackle also had star, but you can't always get what you wish for. So let's hop into the final season. At the midseason mark, we are the same record as last year, being 6-1. We have some upgrades. Just gonna auto upgrade everybody. Get some guys up, hopefully to like the 87s. We have some Coach XP that we're gonna go spend right now, and then I will see you guys at the playoffs. Damn, I don't have enough to do any training boosts. Never mind then. See you guys at the playoffs. Okay, so I just recorded this part, but apparently the recording wasn't working. So we're 13-3. I just went over stats. Miller had a good going away year. Marriott had an okay year. Kamara had a great year. Meadows had a pretty good year. It was about average. It looked about the same as last year, just different wide receivers getting involved, as well as turnovers were way up. I think we had a grand total of like 24 in total from picks and fumbles. I'm just going to hop into the next game, and we'll see if we win it, and I'll show you guys what's going on in each game in the last 30 seconds or so. Okay, so this is the first time I've really ever seen this message pop up. There's a team leader one from Khalil Mack basically saying, like, Von Miller's probably retiring after this year, so we should go out there and get him a Super Bowl. We should go out and play as hard as we can, and it gave 20 morale to the entire defense. This one's basically saying the opponents and everybody's saying that I've lost a step and how I'm not the player I used to be, but I want to win still. And he gets maxed out, which is pretty cool. So I haven't really seen those ever, because I've never really had guys like try to retire still at the top of their game. Joey Meadows has an upgrade point. That's always good to see. We are taking on the Ravens at 10-6. I will hop in and I'll show you guys the last 30 seconds. So Miller should be up near like an 88 or an 89 if he has maxed out. Yeah, 89. He's an 89 with morale, +2 morale. Let's get this game going. Wow, look at our team. Our lowest point is Jerome Baker. And then after that, it's Spellman or Tack McKinley. Like, your least worst nightmare is Jerome Baker or Tack McKinley. Like, okay, let's get it going. So we do end up losing. It's a sad ending for these Denver Broncos. I don't know what happened there. Lamar Jackson had a good game. Marriott just didn't, I guess. Kamara had a good game. I don't know. Maybe a different playbook, but I hate using that excuse. We'll check out the team one final time, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. This is the final team. Depth chart is changed because of practice squad players being signed. It was a good team. It really was. I don't know what else to say. The only other thing is maybe we could have gotten a middle linebacker sooner. Maybe a great D lineman could have changed something. Like, corners were good, safeties were good, linebackers for the most part were good. I mean, Jerome Baker isn't even bad. The O-line could have maybe used some help. Maybe I could have traded for like a superstar somewhere. Like, traded for a left tackle, moved him over to right tackle, moved Chris Ross back in, Chamberlain over to left guard, Hood into center, something. I don't know. But, like, it's a good team, and it kind of sucks going out like that, especially since I wanted Von Miller to get another Super Bowl. I wanted all these guys to get a Super Bowl, more importantly. But anyway, sorry, guys. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Turn on post notifications, and let me know, is there a playbook that just makes your team that much better in your guys' mind. I don't know. This sucks, but it's whatever. Denver Broncos rebuild is done. 5 years.